Welcome back to the channel. I hope all of you had a absolutely fantastic Thanksgiving. Those of you, my American audience who celebrates, I hope you were filled with family, laughter, and great food. But today we are moving on to some business here, and we are taking a look at an absolutely beautiful Sea Ray 50 Sundancer. We've shot another one of these on the channel before, and I will leave a link to that one at the end of the video. So if you're interested in comparing the two, I believe this one's 4 years older. You let me know in the comments down below what you think. This is a 2005 model. It has some Cummins diesel engines in it. It is V drives, and they have about 1,500 hours on it. As you can see, there's no finger on this side, so we're just gonna hop straight on and start this tour off. Starting out, you can see we have a nice wide swim platform. Beautiful stainless steel cleats. You have your cable master here, so it is on an electric winch. And opening this up, we have some fender storage. And over here is your freshwater connections, where you hook up your freshwater while you're dockside, and hoses, that kind of stuff. All right, it is 2 steps up to the cockpit. You do have some boarding lighting, some nice accent lighting down here, as well as your waste pump out, transom shower, and a nice transom door with the Sea Ray logo on it. I'm gonna open this up, and you might be wondering what this light switch here is for. It is a toggle switch for the lighting down here, and it is, I think it's 3 or 4 different colors. I think you have red, white, blue, and green. And the first thing you'll notice when you step onto this boat is how massive this cockpit space is. This is a 15-foot beam, a little bit over 15 feet. Oh, and I did forget to mention you have a magma grill here. Step up for your walk-arounds. But like I was saying, a nice wide 15-foot beam. You have plenty of seating across the transom here with storage underneath. Plenty of room for entertaining. Couple steps up for the walkway on that side. And a little bit more seating here, mid cockpit space, and then a couple steps up into the helm. But we'll get there as we continue our way around the boat. Checking out the wet bar first, you have a nice outdoor sink with a flip-up faucet, stainless steel faucet, very clean sink, a little bit of Sea Ray branding there as well. And down below, you have an outdoor fridge. I believe this one is a fridge. It is an outdoor fridge. Like I say in all my videos, these are the first things to break. They don't allow enough ventilation here, so they always burn up on themselves. Yeah, it is what it is. They're easily replaceable. And then here you have your ice maker. Again, it's equally prone to breaking. And then just forward of that, we have a little bit of additional storage there. Panning around, you have some stainless steel cup holders, 4 of them, an AC unit here, so you can enclose this entire cockpit. And let me turn around so you can see what I'm talking about. So you do have a full camper enclosure that goes all the way around and buckles to the back of the transom there. You can enclose this entire thing, and it is air conditioned, so cool it down or heat it up, whatever you need to do. A little bit more wet bar space, 2 cup holders here, and a little bin for your trash can. And just below here, we have additional storage or access to the trash can if that's what you are using this compartment for. And I did want to point out you have a plug there. So if you need a 12-volt plug, and a little spot for your cable management if you have anything plugged in under there. Last thing I'm going to point out in the cockpit is you do have engine access here, which we'll get to at the end of the video. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned till the end to see that. You do have a couple rod holders, one right here and one on the other side where the magma grill is at, and a couple more cup holders back here for entertaining. All right, let's pan up, go up to the helm, then we'll go up to the front cabin engine room. If you've seen any of my videos, you kind of know how these work by now. 3 more cup holders up here and vents for your air conditioned system, so your captain will be nice and cool. All right, stepping up into the helm, we have nice wood floors here. This is real wood, and it looks absolutely fantastic. And your co-captain or your passenger seating, this is a swivel chair, so you can turn it sideways, which I'll show you before we're done with the helm. Turn this into a sun bench, or it does face forward for some forward seating. Prop your feet up there, or have somebody sit there, and y'all can stare at each other while you're underway. Strata glass all the way around the top of the windshield, so this is not your typical isinglass, it is strata glass. Less flexible, but more sturdy, less prone to cracking. Really just an overall better product, higher quality product. Looking at the Helm brand new giant Garmin display, here are all your gauges, and you obviously have room for another Garmin display, vents for air conditioning, bow thruster, autopilot, smart craft, so all your engine info is going to be there. Obviously VHF radio, this is for your HF radio or AM FM radio, your shifters, your controllable spotlight controls, trim tabs, system monitor. I'm not sure what this one is. I'll have to ask the owner. Let me know in the comments down below if you do know what that is. Then moving over here, obviously your throttles, and then all of your switches, buttons, everything you're going to need. And Garmin speaker for your HF radio, and thermostat controls for the AC. All right, let me pan around so you can get a nice look at what the views are from the Helm. And as we're turning, I will point out that it is a hardtop. You do have a sunlight here, or you do have a skylight here, so you can't open that up, let some air through here, as well as this middle one here opens up, and there is an electric vent down there. Open that window up, and you can get plenty of air flowing through here while you're underway. It does have lights all the way throughout, so you can light it up. Makes a nice platform for entertaining at night. And there you have it. Those are your panoramic views from the Helm. And for your captain's chair, you have a flip-up bolster. It is adjustable. Scoot it up, down, forward, back, and it swivels. So easy in, easy out, comfortable in any position for you. And I said I would show you the swivel chair, so let me put the camera down, swivel that chair, and then we'll move on. All right, so there you have it. Swivels to the side like that, makes this whole thing a sun bench, and I will say it really opens up the Helm here, makes this walkway a lot wider, easier to get up and down, especially if you have a little bit of mobility problems, or you know, maybe you're just real wide. Hopefully the sun's not blaring this out. It is a bright and sunny morning that we're filming today. It's like 80 degrees and it's almost Thanksgiving. Sometimes I wonder why I choose to live in a place like this where it's just hot year round. All right, let's walk up to the bow, show you all the bow spaces 50 Sundancer has. A couple steps up, nice wide walkways. You have some nice Sea Ray branding there. Handrails all the way through, stainless steel handrails, and a bow rail all the way up, so you're not going to fall off. And as you can see, plenty of bow space. Have a nice melanoma pad here. Skylights throughout. Let some natural lighting down in the cabin. And look at all of this room. You can fit a ton of people up here. Have a whole party up here. Drinks, tanning, all the things that you envision when you buy a boat. You have foot switches here, your electric windlass, and then access into your anchor locker, as well as a controllable spotlight. And let me pan up so you can see the room on here. I mean, look at all of this space here. And then up top, obviously, you have your long-range radar, your track antenna, your TV track vision antenna, GPS antenna. Everything you could want, fully loaded. All right, let's head down into the cabin where this boat really, really shines. Like I said, I think I like this interior better than the 09 we looked at. Let me know in the comments after you watch both videos which one you like more. Something I'll point out about this cabin, and I know Chaparral does this. I did a video on a 350 Chaparral and pointed this out. If you didn't see that one, the card is right here. But the entrance to the cabin is off to the side. Most of the time on Sundancers, the entrance to the cabin is centerline straight down the middle of the boat. So if you do have your cabin door open and anybody's walking down the dock, they can see straight in. But when they put the cabin off to the side like this, it just really adds an extra layer of privacy. You can walk around down here in your skivvies with the door open, and nobody's going to be any of the wiser, I guess, unless you let everybody know, but then that's your problem. All right, filming down in these cabins is always tricky because you need as much light as possible, but the harsh light mixed with the nice warm lighting down here really clashes. The camera never knows what to do. But panning around, I want y'all to see how beautiful this interior is. These nice warm brown, deep brown colors makes it very inviting, very cozy, and just looks absolutely beautiful. All right, we're gonna start here on the port side of the boat and work our way back. So these 4 panels here are actually access to your switch panels. So all of your breakers are split between these two. Obviously, these are your 12-volt systems, and then these are your 240 and 120 volt systems. But this boat has a little bit of a surprise here, and if you saw the other one, you know it's here. But if you don't know it's here, it is very well hidden. And this boat is probably going to go to somebody looking to do some traveling or do the Great Loop, or spending quite a few weekends on here. And it does have its own washer dryer combo unit, which is very nice. You're not having to pull into the marina to do your laundry. This will definitely help out in a pinch. And you would never know it was there unless it's pointed out to you like it was in this tour. Last time I shot a 50 Sundancer, people complained that I was opening too many cabinets. So use your imagination. You have storage all the way throughout here, a nice little wet bar that he has set up with mirrors all the way around. Get a good look at yourself. It also doubles as a great vanity. And just below you have some storage for making drinks. And then most importantly, you have a bottle rack down here for storing your drinks. Moving forward to the entertainment center, obviously you have a cutout for your TV. Above that, I believe you have access to all of the TV boxes. And look at this. This is high tech here. This is a DVD player, and that's right, a VHS player. I know many of you are probably surprised I know what a VHS is. Flipping around to the Salon, what most of you are probably wanting to see, starting out you do have this beautiful coffee table. It can turn into a breakfast table, so these cushions, these stools pull out and they have storage underneath each one, but they turn into nice breakfast stools, one on each side. And this table does turn and lower, so it can be a coffee table or a dining table. So you can sit here, have breakfast, or prop your feet up while you're sitting on these couches and use it as a coffee table. This couch right here, let me get a close-up shot so you can see how beautiful this upholstery is. It is in fantastic shape. Has a very nice soft touch feel. This is a pull-out couch, so this one does turn into a bed, and this one just has additional storage down below. Mirrors throughout give this Salon a nice roomy feel. Makes it feel actually a lot bigger and roomier than it otherwise would without them. You have a nice corner table here that does lift up and give you some additional storage. And before we move on, I did want to point out that you have reading lights above each spot on the couch, so each person can control their lighting individually. And last but not least, in the Salon, we have some additional storage overhead where you can store all your linens for making the pull-out couch into a bed. So it's quick, easy, everything's in one spot. And one last time, let me take a step back and show you just how beautiful this Salon really is. And then some overhead lighting and some overhead accents. I would be remiss if I did not show you this, because C-Ray did a fantastic job on the fit and finish in here. Moving up to the galley, nice long countertop, so you have plenty of countertop space, with covers for your two burner stovetop and a cover for your nice deep stainless steel sink. Just above your stovetop and your sink, we have some additional storage for all of your pantry needs. Obviously, you get the idea. Obviously, additional storage up above, and just after that is your stainless steel microwave. It is a convection microwave, so you can cook in there if you need to. And just below that, some additional storage for your pots, pans, and kitchen accessories. Taking a look underneath the countertops, you have some additional pantry space back here. And I know I said I wasn't going to open everything. I got complaints that I was opening too many things the last time I shot a 50 Sundancer. But the Galley, I am going to open everything, because people buying a boat like this are looking to do long trips, and they want to know all the space they're going to have, all of the amenities it have. This is a freezer, by the way, and your fridge is further forward, we will get to. So you have to bear with me as we go through the galley, show everything it has to offer. You have under sink access here, so plumbing into your sink, as well as a trash can on a pull system, so you can pull the trash can out and easy access. Continuing forward, we have another stainless steel fridge here. Opening it up, nice deep fridge, plenty of space in there for your high noons. And last but not least, you have a drawer system here for all of your silverware and cutlery needs. Moving on to the day berth, the guest berth. It is a bunk bed berth, but down below I would say that's a twin, so you could fit two people down there, especially if they love each other. And then this is kind of a little bit smaller, not much, but it is a little bit smaller for the top bunk. Down below, you do have a TV mounted at the foot of the bed, as well as natural lighting behind here and a skylight up top. You do have a reading light down here as well, and a little bit of closet storage here and a hanging locker aft of that, or forward of that, I should say. Nice hanging locker, so plenty of storage back here, especially for a guest berth or a day berth. And behind this door is access into your day head. All right, so obviously your toilet there, nice tile work down on the floor, vanity with dark countertops as well inside of the head, medicine cabinet style storage above, and access down into your sink below. You do have a vent there to allow some fresh air in here. And you absolutely love to see it, but a complete separate shower with a bench, so there are no wet heads on this boat. Even in your guest head, you get a full separate shower. You absolutely love to see it. All right, so this door obviously takes us back into the guest berth, but through this door, we are back into the galley. And we are going to continue our tour forward into our master V berth. As you can tell, this is about a queen size island bed. You do have steps on each side to climb around, so you're not really having to climb over each other. It really helps get in and out of this bed. Looking down the port side first, you have a nice tall mirror, so there's a nice vanity here. It doubles as a hanging locker, cedar lined hanging locker. Keep all your knits nice and tidy. Very clean mirror. I mean, there's not a fingerprint on there. Down below, some additional storage. And again, the master V berth is somewhere people are going to be spending a lot of time putting all their things. So we'll probably open up quite a bit. I don't think he has a bunch of personal items, so we should be good to view everything. And just below your V berth, you have some drawers for some additional storage. Put your socks and underwear in there. His and hers drawers for socks and underwear. Love to see it. And additional storage on each side of the V berth. I'm not going to open all those up. You do have a TV mounted here on the wall, as well as 12-volt plugs and light switch, and your thermostat for your forward air conditioning. You do have a skylight or escape hatch situation depending. You pull one side for blackout curtains, and you pull the other side for a screen, so you can open this up, let some fresh air in here while you're sleeping. You're not going to get tore up by bugs. Additional storage as well as some shelving space. Put your phones up there. And then another hanging locker here on the starboard side of the boat, and it is cedar lined as well. Nice deep hanging locker, so you can fit all your shirts, dresses. You know, y'all can fight it out who gets what space. One last look at the forward V berth before we move into the final head, the VIP head, the owner's head, whatever you want to call it. Before we move in there, just wanted to give you one last pan throughout. And these warm brown tones really make it very warm and inviting in here. I'm sure you'll get a great night's sleep while you're cruising, doing the Great Loop, taking it down to the Bahamas, and the waves are gently rocking you to sleep. All right, and moving into the head, the beautiful tile work on the floor continues. Obviously, you have your head there. Beautiful dark countertop, stainless steel sink, and some medicine cabinet style storage behind the mirror here. And then let me take a step back so I can show you down below. So a little bit of additional storage here, and some access underneath your sink to all the plumbing, and some additional storage. I'm not going to open it up. You pretty much get the point by now. But last, but certainly not least, is your master stateroom shower. So you do have a full separate shower in here as well, a full separate stall. It is very large. You have a bench there as well, so you can sit down while you're taking a shower. I don't even have that at home, so you know, that is luxury there. All right, that is really going to do it for the cabin tour. Let's head up top and take a look at the engine room, and then we're going to wrap this video up. Sticking these cameras down into the engine room, you know, it never really looks great or shows well on camera. It's not the best, but everybody always asks. So I'm going to do it. Probably won't spend a ton of time down there. But you got to give the people what they want. So, like I said, you do have Cummins diesel engines in here, and I don't even think you're going to be able to see anything. But pretty large engine room. Let me see if I can climb down there and film around. Obviously, you have your switch panel here, and big old Cummins diesel engines and your Onan generator there. The harsh lighting in here is going to make it really hard for this camera to know what to film. But yeah, this is the engine room. Like I said, 1,500 hours. They have plenty of life left on them. Sorry if the engine room footage did not turn out great. This is a large camera setup, and it is tough to get good footage down there between the lighting and the tight space in all the engine rooms. That's why I don't spend a ton of time down there or have a lot of footage of the engine room. But we have plenty of photos, and I'm a phone call away. So if you are interested in buying the boat, pick up the phone, give us a call. If you made it this far, subscribe. Consider becoming a channel member. It is $5 a month, and you get early access to all of the videos. If there's a perk that you think would make it worth it, leave a comment down below and we can see about including those, see if it's something that I can make work. With that, I'll see you on the next one.